Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we need to take back Maghreb and Tahert, and that is absolutely fine. Unfortunately, we do have a small delay on that. Specifically, we're still truce to them for, sure, I guess we'll get 900 gold here. That's fine. We're still truce to them for 19 months and 11 months, respectively. So we're going to be going after that. Yes, we'll take 10 gold. We should also spend our gold as soon as possible. Many of these we can't yet upgrade. We are definitely approaching the maximum upgrade level for our technology, but we're not quite there yet. We have a ways to go. We have a lot of gold yet to invest, and we're definitely going to do exactly that. So we're going to get a bunch of these upgrades going here. I'll get a blacksmith going. Yep, that all looks good. Fantastic. So we just dealt with a rebellion. I don't expect us to have further rebellions, I think, for a bit. Who is this? No, we're not going to negotiate an alliance with our brother, who we're going to declare on very shortly. That's definitely not going to be happening. So that's okay. We've got 10 months left in that truce. So we can just accumulate money for now, and this seems reasonably fine. Yeah, this ransom is okay. This ransom is fine, as is this one. This one's not. This one's not either. Cool. A lot of these ransoms coming in. This one's acceptable. Yep. Looks good. And looks good. Okay. More ransoms coming in. We want to ransom anyone who's not our vassal. That's the current goal here. So this is acceptable. This is acceptable. No, this one's not. This one is acceptable. So we have 1,300 gold again, and let's get an upgrade going over here. Windmills sound good. No, that's too expensive. And we're also going to get an upgrade going over here with hillside grazing lands. That looks great. This is acceptable. Unfortunately, we're still at 10 out of 9 domain here. I would like to do something about that. Our wife is doing what she can, but she's not the finest steward in the world. How old is she? She is 22? Okay. So we should, in theory, start having some children here. That would be a useful thing to do. We do need to get a hill farm upgrading. Phenomenal. And the question now is, when is this? Oh, only 30 days on this truce. Okay. So we are definitely going to accept this and this. That seems fine. 20 days on this truce. 10 days? Okay. Truce is up. Let's go. So we're going to declare war here, pressing exactly this claim. He has like 7,000 troops that he can bring to bear here. He obviously does not win this, right? And this is just a matter of Confederate partition. It's not a big deal. So we're going to raise up like, I don't know, maybe like 10,000 here. It doesn't... Okay, that's 20,000. Good enough. It doesn't need to be a huge number. We can then split off about 10,000 here and have about 13,000 left over. So I want to put in a siege commander here. What do we got? I'm not going to pay to recruit that guy. Unless we have to, but no. Our vassal is good. Okay. So where do we expect they would be at? Probably near their capital. It'll be a little bit until they show up. So we're just going to leave these guys like out over here where they can hopefully not get attrited. There we go. Something along the lines of that will do. And there they are. Okay, so we're going to group up over here, blocking access through this pass over this way. And we're just going to wander on over. And actually, we're going to catch them over here, so this is perfect. We do have some Merc contracts expiring soon. Arguably, we should be going down towards divided attention. But I'm going to grab it as my domain. So that, of course, means that we can extort our subjects. And so we shall. Why take a little when we can take a lot? Excellent. So that's all good. I guess we can slow siege here since we just stack wiped them. We've got 7 months on that. We can wander up over this way. These guys are launching some sort of a rebellion, I think. Okay, mildly awkward. So we're at 66% war score here. We need to get... This siege is actually kind of slow, isn't it? And this one's faster than expected, I think. That's going pretty swiftly. So that's certainly noted. We're going to head on up over this way next. 82%. Looks good. In theory, Hodna here might end the war, but I kind of doubt it. Between these two, that will likely end the war. So that sounds good. What do we got? 98? Okay, yeah, this is definitely going to end the war up here. No doubt about that. So we're going to enforce our demands and disband our troops. So that's magnificent. This is back under our control. Now we want to turn our attention to here. And that's absolutely fine. No problem whatsoever here. So 5,600, we're going to do the same war on King Galindo here. And we're going to raise up our men-at-arms. And we're going to raise, again... Okay, our wife is pregnant. That's good. Again, probably something like... Well, that's 25,000. That's more than is necessary. That's for sure. We'll see where his armies show up. For now, we'll just siege here. But they're probably going to come up through, like, this pass over here, if I had to guess. They might come around this way, but that seems dangerous. We'll see what their plan is. Up this way. Okay. Well, we can definitely work with that. That's no problem. So we're going to split off our 2 units of trebuchet and about 10k troops here, and we're just going to chase them up. This is actually completely fine. I actually prefer this over them trying to come up this way. Well, maybe not. This would be closer. But it doesn't really matter either way. It's completely fine. We do need a siege commander here. That's Count Garcia here. That'll be okay. And I don't know why they decided to split their forces. This is not going to go well for them. We're just going to make our way on up. That's, of course, going to stack wipe. So that's absolutely fine. And from there, we'll just go and start a slow siege here. So we find ourselves at 60% war score right now. Continuing to siege down towards their capital. 9 months on this siege. We'll see how that goes. Out of curiosity. Okay. That brother is now a vassal. Noted. That's fine. And we've got a son, so that is absolutely great. We're very pleased about that situation, of course. 81% war score right now. This is not really proceeding faster than expected this time, so it's fine. I'm not too concerned about it. There's someone scheming at our court. I'm absolutely shocked by this news. This is very expected. So this siege is going to be done in 3 months, and yeah, show in this duke. Cool. 100 renown. So that's fine. 20 days on this siege. This will end the war. So that'll be fine. 1,500 gold to be armed like the Romans. We're not going to do that right now. We're not going to anger the guild for your vanity. We don't actually need to be armed by like Romans. This is fine. We're completely okay as we are right now. So we're going to enforce our demands here and disband our troops. And that is our territory back under our control, just like that. Very, very simple, as expected. So that's wonderful. We do have about 5,000 gold here, and we're going to invest it. It won't take very long to get through 5,000 gold. That's for sure. But we're certainly going to invest this wherever we can. Honestly, it's ideal to invest it in our own territories, right? This is the most efficient place to invest it. But there we go. There's all of our gold done. Our brother created a faction against us. That's adorable. And all of these are, so far, absolutely fine. You're a vassal. I'm going to decline that one. We do get a new stewardship perk here. We're going to take Airgeld. Phenomenal. I'm not planning on going to war for a little bit here. Hang on a moment. Cultural conversions. Those aren't happening right now, are they? Confirmed. Okay, so what are we at here? 75% must be Basque and Catholic. 14 out of 14. So I guess we need 15 out of 14? That's an odd tooltip there, in that case. Well, we should definitely work on promoting culture, say, down here. That's going to take 6 years. We cannot convert faith, of course, due to the Iberian struggle phase that we're in. But we should get this county conversion going as soon as possible. This ransom is acceptable. This ransom is acceptable. And this ransom is also acceptable. So that's all looking good. We would like to get an additional hill farm upgrade going over here. In Melina, we could definitely grab hill forts. This is fine. Not fine. We're keeping vassals imprisoned for now. That's fine. Not fine. And fine. Cool. So that all looks good. Of course, we're still at 10 of 9 domain limit, which is certainly non-ideal. And we'll have to see what we want to do about that. For right now, the answer is there's not a lot to do. I think that we just keep it like this as it is. I don't want to hand out one of these titles. And we don't really have an easy way to get our stewardship up enough to get one more domain limit. So for the time being, it's fine. I don't suppose we can go after Brittany. No, we have no CBs up here, which doesn't surprise me, considering the fact that we're stuck in the Iberian struggle right now. So we basically need this culture to convert, right? That's pretty much what is needed now. A claim on the Duchy of Upper Burgundy. Okay. So 100 stewardship lifestyle experience here seems pretty decent. Do we want to spend the gold, though? You know what? Either way, it's fine. We made a great deal. We'll get the stewardship lifestyle experience. That'll be good. Sure, we'll pay the royal court a visit. What do we got going on here? Yeah, we can tolerate that and more. That's fine. We'll speak well of him. He is not going to get our county from us. We're just going to let him be. Phenomenal. So that's all good. Now, one question that we should have here. Is the HRE stronger than us now? No, not exactly. Okay, good to know. So I wouldn't mind continuing to expand down into this kingdom here. We do have some de jure territories that we could take. This would be a good kingdom claim. We've already done a kingdom claim this lifetime, though. So that's not really going to be an option. For now, we can definitely get this ransom. And our wife is pregnant again. That's maybe good, maybe not. We'll see. We did just inherit this county. We'd love to hold it. We would absolutely love to hold this county. Unfortunately, we can't. We're going to grant that one out. I don't want to be too domain above. That would be bad. I mean, it's already bad. I don't want it to be worse. So that's fine. No problem there. We can, of course, continue to work on investments, right? So getting a blacksmith upgrade here would be great. Getting a tax office upgrade here would be really good. So we're going to get that going. Down this direction, we could certainly upgrade our windmill. Our piety is a bit on the low side, so that's fine. What do we got going on with the Pope here? He's actually got some gold, but he needs 4,500. That's a lot of gold. No doubt about that. We have no CBs either on the HRE, and that is certainly a problem for us. We have to figure out, well, we have to get out of the Iberian struggle. That's what we need here. The Iberian struggle is a big, big issue for us right now. And this is the only thing that we're lacking. We just need one more of these counties to be Basque. That's the whole thing. So all we need is this to be brought on up. We may want to do a Siege de Jure Duchy War down over here. This is really only a county, though. We only have 2 de Jure counties down this way. We can certainly do this, though, and we're going to raise up our rally points here. So really, we only need men-at-arms, right? Yeah. Did I raise men-at-arms or levies here? I can't remember. Let's see. Let's just get rid of that. Raise only men-at-arms. Okay. I think I did raise men-at-arms the first time. So we'll grab this. That'll get us our ticking war score. No problem. And of course, in the meantime, we're going to continue to build up our income. And we'll get that invested soon enough. So there's ticking war score on our side now. And here's their army. They are not going to be able to make it up through this pass. Do we catch them here? Yes, we do. If we catch them here, well, actually, we kind of don't. They get out on 2 July. We get there on 3 July. So we're going to siege here. They're going to walk back this way, but they can't actually do anything over here. Their capital is out this way. They might try to walk around this direction or this direction. Either way, it doesn't really matter. We are going to head down here. Excellent. So this seems fine. In the meantime, we will continue to upgrade our own structures here. How are we doing on that court officials? So court officials is happening now. That's 9 years out. There's also divine right, which would be convenient to have, for sure. We'll see what gets exposed after. But that'll happen pretty soon. So that's all noted. No major issues there for right now. They're not coming back this direction, which is intriguing. There's divine right. So what do we get for an exposure next? Heraldry. Okay. Well, that's absolutely fine. How long until that's here, in fact? That is going to be here in 7 years. Okay. Not bad. So continue pressing southward over here towards their capital. This war is basically over at this point. They just don't know it yet. And there's a stewardship lifestyle perk. We could certainly head down into, say, War Profiteer. I kind of feel like we might be better off on detailed ledgers for the time being, though. I don't know how much warring we're really going to do before we can end the Iberian struggle, since all we can do basically is de jure and holy wars. We'll see. They are heading back northward now, which is fine. Cool. So we're at 86%. They're probably going to stop here and try to siege this back, although if they're smart and they have siege weapons... Oh, what do we have in Merida? Where is this? Okay, that's not helpful. Fine title. Okay. That is this right here. So they're at 31 development right now. Control level's a little low. I think that they're probably stable and prosperous currently. Development is decent for this time period. So that'll be okay. This siege could theoretically end the war. It likely will. And we'll see if they try to move on up here. Yes, showing this guy in his 50 gold. I like it. And... yeah, stewardship lifestyle perk. I like it. So that definitely gets us War Profiteer at this point. Beautiful. This siege will likely end this war. 97? Okay, we're going to hit the capital here. They are heading up to the war goal. Ah, our horse was being a bit of a jerk. It could have been nasty, but it wasn't. So luckily we succeeded that roll. And that's the role that's been killing us so much in the Arabian game. That one right there. It's very unfortunate that we've been having that trouble, but that's neither here nor there for this particular game. We're going to enforce demands here on our singular county and disband our armies. Perfect. So we're going to have to fight them again. I don't suppose we have any de jure out over here. No, we do have a claim on this title, though, which does get rid of this exclave, which I think is worth doing. So we'll press that claim, for sure. We'll raise up our men-at-arms only here, and downward we go. We should, however, spend our gold before we do this. So let's hop in over this way, looking for locations like this. Phenomenal. Okay, that's the majority of our gold spent there. We can then come back and spend the rest in a location like any of these. What do we need? Militia camps is fine. There we go. So that'll do the trick. And, of course, we are raising up our men-at-arms here, and in we go. They're coming down over this way? I guess that makes some amount of sense. Probably not something that I would do there. The better option for them, to be honest, would be to roll the dice here. They have such a low chance of success in this war that what you do and they don't have time to do this, to be clear. But what you do is you embark over here, and you sail all the way up, and you go to the capital and siege there. But our capital is inland, so they take a bunch of attrition doing that, and they don't have time anyway, because their capital's right here, right? So the war is just... I don't think there's any way they can play this war and come out on top. Especially since they don't have any siege men-at-arms. In fact, their men-at-arms in general are really underdeveloped. Yeah, I don't think there's any way that they could have possibly won this war. So the war is over, and we're going to enforce our demands and disband our troops. Fantastic. So that's all good for now. The question now is, where else can we expand? Well, perhaps over this way. That's pretty much only Holy Wars to do that, though. I'd kind of like to avoid doing Holy Wars because we don't have all that much piety. And on the off chance that the Pope manages to get 4,500 gold, it's not going to happen. I would like to have the piety to get that, if he does have it. He's almost certainly never going to have it at this point. So, is there anything we can actually upgrade here? Not really. We're definitely starting to cap out a lot of these. Once we get more tech, it will be better. This is fine. This is fine. This is actually not fine. He's a very angry count. This is fine. Cool. So we've got 2,000 gold on hand right now. We're going to upgrade, say, walls and towers. We're going to upgrade our barracks. We can pop up here and upgrade a hunting grounds. That's all great. Sure. So we're definitely getting some upgrades going here, right? There's a lot of upgrading happening. But what we need more than anything is this promotion of culture to end. There's about 3 years left on it. We're about halfway through. For some reason, I was thinking that we had it under control, and that reason, of course, is because the tooltip is apparently misleading. So if we look at this, the only thing that we are missing is that 75% of the de jure counties must be Basque and Catholic. So we must have to be over 14. See, I definitely read this as you have to be at 14, but it's clearly greater than 14. So that's fine. We'll be able to get Navarrese dominance the moment that this cultural conversion ends. And that's absolutely great. We're lost for words because somebody was, you know, being secretive. And we're going to also extort our subjects. Our wife is pregnant again, and we're apparently extorting our wife. I'm sure this will go fine. They even live by my mercy alone. Cool. We could build pilgrim roads. That's pretty expensive. That would happen in Santiago. 15% holding taxes for 50 years, though. That probably wouldn't pay for itself. So I think for the moment, we're not going to do that. This is new, too. Sponsoring a golden age for 120 years? That's really long. 15% monthly renown? Huh. Oh, this would go to us. This would not go to the realm. Gotcha. The county of Toledo would get 5% development growth for 60 years, and that's really the only long-term gain from that. So I think we're not going to do that at this time. Okay, so over here in Molina, we're going to upgrade our windmills, for sure. In Zaragoza, I'd love to upgrade, say, cranks and connecting rods. We could put workshops in here instead. That might be better than log forts. Log forts will eventually give, what, 2% on the holding taxes? Instead, we could go for workshops, which will give us flat taxes, as well as buffing up station siege weapons there. I think that makes sense. So we're going to do that for right now. We currently already have a station regiment of trebuchets here. So that makes a lot of sense to me. Let's save the money for now. We'll invest it into the realm. So that'll be okay. We'll upgrade these hunting grounds. We will upgrade the forestry here. Where is our other unit of siege men-at-arms stationed at? So this one is stationed over here. Gotcha. Okay. We'll need to keep an eye on that. We might want to swap one of these, and it would ultimately probably end up being like probably the Outer Baileys. It would probably end up being the Outer Baileys over to a workshop if we can. I'm not sure if we can do that. Okay, so we do need to grab, say, Golden Aplomb here. It's not really going to help us. We've not had stress issues this life, but we'll grab it for now. This ransom is not acceptable. And how long on this? 2 months. Okay, that's not too bad. We'll give that a moment, and I would definitely like to upgrade these windmills. We have a lot of gold right now. May you be strong and wise, my daughter. Okay, we can also upgrade this temple holding. Apparently we had missed that at some point. That's fine. We can upgrade these guilds. Lots and lots of things that we can still build. Although, we're starting to run out. No doubt about that. We'll build blacksmiths over here, and I want to check. Can we build workshops here? Yes, and so we shall. So workshops go in there. That is... Okay, there's a crusade occurring. We might take part in that, actually. That might not be a bad idea. We'll decline this, and decline this, and decline this. Cool. And with that, it is time... Okay, we're definitely going to investigate the tax collector in Zaragoza, but it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we should definitely be ending the Iberian struggle. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Andy McGar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.